And now your 13 News Now weather forecast, certified most accurate in Hampton Roads.
Well, a minute ago, I was talking about fog. Actually, we've had some really dense fog around parts of the area this evening. Now it's actually getting better as the temperatures are coming up. So we had thought that would still be around into the morning, and I still think it will be in some spots, but I'm definitely going to back off a little bit on the fog forecast. I think inland areas will tend to have it the most. Now, all it'll take is a wind shift to bring it back, but as you can see, pretty good visibilities out there. Right now, look at the visibilities, though, inland. Half a mile in Wakefield, even in Williamsburg, 1 3/4. That's not that bad, especially when you consider that you were a lot lower than that last hour. Newport News, 10 miles. 2 hours ago, you were 1/4 mile. It was extremely dense on the peninsula. There's nothing on radar, though, to track, and that's one of the reasons that we're seeing, again, at least some of that fog, because the skies are clear. And when we had the light winds, that's when we had the fog. Now that the winds have gone to southwest, temperatures are actually rising again. We were down into the upper 50s at Norfolk International a few hours ago. So as the temperatures are climbing, the spread between the dew point and the temperature is expanding. So the humidity level, while it is high, isn't high enough to bring the areas of fog for everybody. So tonight, we've already reached that low of 58 for the most part in the metro areas. We're going to be climbing up still through the 60s. Areas where it's a little below that still, you'll climb up to that and then keep going. Quite breezy. You can see some of the readings out there right now. 59 in Gloucester, one of the cooler spots, 58 in Wakefield, but 57 Williamsburg. A lot of us are already up into the 60s. Now, how about earlier today? Only spots in the 60s were basically either western parts of the viewing area or right near the water. A lot of us were not only into the 70s, but up into the mid-70s. So a little bit of a tricky forecast because we have the dense fog hanging out just offshore. If that wind were to ease at all or even go to due south, we'd have a lot of that fog coming back in. We do expect a mixture tomorrow of clouds and sunshine. It'll sort of go back and forth. The later in the day you go, the better the chance that the conditions will be partly sunny, and that'll really give us some warmth. I probably ought to up the forecast for tomorrow from 76 to maybe more like 77 or 78. You can see early Thursday, though, I expect more fog to move back in, and then that'll burn off again late in the day on Thursday. So here's the forecast as we go through tonight. As I mentioned, some patchy areas of fog. Temperatures have already pretty much reached that low of 58. Now we're going to rise back up through the 60s. Tomorrow, let's call it 78, actually. Let's change that. 10% chance of a shower or actually some patchy mist or some fog in the morning. And then 70 on Thursday with falling temperatures late in the day. Again, a chance of some of that morning fog or mist. Only 57 Friday, warming back up, though, for Saturday, Sunday.
All right.
Good enough.
Thanks, Jeff.